Me and Dana are here. Come here, Dana. Comedians Hunting Ghosts. We are at Cow Harbor in Northport, and we are investigating the murder of who?
Gary Lauder.
Gary Lauder. Yeah, and the killer was Ricky Casso.
Ricky Casso case. It was the Satanic Panic case in 1984. So yeah, this is where they all hung out. This could be.
I think it is. It could definitely be. I mean, they did have a lot of graffiti here. They had a lot of pentagrams. They had a lot of like upside down crosses. They had all this stuff, but this is definitely something that I guess they couldn't get out because this wood is pretty old.
I think it's noteworthy to mention that he was so into Satanism that he spelt it incorrectly.
He spelt it wrong. He worships Satan, not Satan. So yeah, I mean, imagine worshiping something and then spelling the name wrong.
So yeah, they congregated here. They would do psychedelics, and then over back that way
in the woods back
they
there.
have the woods. There's a little entrance that's been gated off. But according to lore and to all my sources, that's where
the murder took place. Yeah.
And most disturbing is that after the murder took place, they cared so much for their friend that they left him out for everybody to see.
In the woods, and then they brought kids from the high school to go over there and see it. And nobody said anything for like a month, and then they finally found him. Craziness. But we'll definitely be back talking about that more. But we just wanted to show you guys this last piece of evidence that is here.
Everything else seems to have been gone.
Yeah. So, this is where the entrance where we think the kids climbed up.
We're 95% positive that this is where Ricky and his friend Johnny lured Gary.
Right.
We don't know if it was premeditated at the time, but they went up there to the woods, up that way, to party. They were big into microdots, which is PCP and LSD mixed. So for a 16-year-old big into Satanism, that'll do something. So yeah, they went up there. Apparently what happened, they made a fire. They asked Gary to donate some of his clothing to make the fire stay out longer. Yeah. And Gary said no, and that upset Ricky. And Ricky stabbed Gary 36 times around the face and abdomen. Notably, like, he stabbed his eyeball out.
Right. How many were there? There were 4 people?
There were 4 people total there.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, here's 5.
Oh.
So when you look at that image on there, you can see the way there's like 5 ghosts. So we have that. It may have been another person there, we just didn't know about it. So they climbed up this hill, and what I found to be interesting about this was that Gary, right?
Yeah.
Gary had said, like, right before he was killed, he said, you know,
Ricky said, say
you love Satan, which we joke about because he spelled Satan wrong. Satin. And Gary said, I love my mother. But right before that, he had a feeling that he was going to be killed. So his intuition was telling him, spirit was telling him, you know, something bad was going to happen. And I wonder at what point, you know, he started getting messages about that, you know, to be careful.
Yeah, and to be fair, he might have known something was going on just because he had stolen from Ricky earlier.
Right.
I'm not saying that means that he didn't know, but it was probably strange for him to all of a sudden have Ricky go from trying to beat the crap out of him to saying it was okay that he stole 10 bags of angel dust. So
whoever is here is definitely having trouble moving on, because I got a lot of things like about that. Like, definitely, like, having trouble, like, moving on from the situation that actually happened here.
Right. And again, we're assuming this is where it happened.
Right. Well, it's in the general area.
Yeah, it's in the town.
Yeah, it's in the town of Northport. There's been a lot of murders here,
yeah,
right?
Yeah, there has been a lot of crime. It's interesting, you know. They have the Kings Park Psychiatric Center, which is close by.
Right.
It gets a lot of attention from other people. There was a case, Ricky actually, before he committed this crime, he robbed a grave, a colonial era grave, in order to do like some Satanism rituals. He got like a bone out of there. But yeah, I mean, most recently that Gabby girl is from Northport. I don't know. We don't know about her yet. Oh, okay.
That's very interesting.
That's a Grim Reaper on a horse.
That's like, this is, okay, like when I look at that card, like I could definitely see, like, that's the imagery of, you know, because they got all the kids from the high school to come, and check out the body before, this kid was found 30 days later, because nobody said anything.
Yeah.
Everybody was very quiet about that. And when you look closely at this card, you can see this person, the Grim Reaper, with all the shadows behind it. I'm just picking up energy with my spirit deck. Just picking up energy, getting answers.
It said something.
What did it say?
I don't know. I heard a man voice.
Oh, pick it up.
Where is it?
It's behind my bag.
Bitch. I'm lucky I can sit up here without falling.
Yeah. Just hold on to it. I'll let you know if you hear anything.
How legit is this? Is this Chip Coffee approved?
Yes, actually. Chip Coffee,
Actually,
Chip Coffee said, you can actually use spirit boards because it's just another way to communicate. I prefer this.
I should have brought my Ouija board.
Yes! But don't worry, we're going to have one.
Okay.
I got a modern day. What did it say? That's weird.
Is it meant to make sounds like that?
It just picks up whatever. You usually have to sit out here for hours with that thing to get anything.
I have so much time.
Yeah.
So yeah,
here's the High Priestess coming out.
While you do that, I guess I'll give a little background. So like Ricky Casso, he started off like a normal, average Long Island kid. He was a athlete for a little while. He played football, and after he started getting into LSD, he found a book on Satanism at school, and he decided that he was going to do drugs and worship Satan. So yeah, I mean, the reason Gary wasn't found for 30 days was because he was a runaway. All those kids were typically, druggies, they were described as. Burnouts, they were described as in the Rolling Stone article. So, yeah, Ricky was also known as Ricky Six, the Acid King. And, yeah, that's
cool.
Yeah.
All right. Cool. So, yeah, we'll talk about this more on the show, but we're out here. We're comedians hunting ghosts. We're out here.
Yeah, we
it's
out
funny. Isn't that so funny? What's up, Long Island? Thank you so much for tuning in. This is the premiere of Comedians Hunting Ghosts. I hope that you enjoyed that video, and that's the end of our show. Just kidding.
Thank you for tuning in.
I'm Kristen Tinsley.
Dana McAllister.
And we are comedians.
We hunt ghosts.
Yeah, we hunt ghosts.
In our spare time.
Yeah, in our spare time, because that's what comedians do. We have a lot. Wait, what?
I hit the mic by accident. I forgot I was wearing it.
Oh, never forget that you're wearing a microphone, because we don't actually have that luxury. Like, when we're on stage, we have to, walk around with, this huge phallus. I guess. Yeah,
all right.
All right. So, yeah, you just watched a video about, we went on site to Cow Harbor Park in Northport, Long Island, where the murder of Gary Lauwers took place in July or June?
July 7th. I'm sorry, it happened in June 15th.
June 15th, 1984. Yes. I was 4 years old. Dana wasn't even born yet.
Nope.
I
could be him reincarnated. Who knows? Probably not.
Ugh.
I know how to spell Satan.
I didn't bring. Yeah, that's the joke. That's the joke of this. Like, to anyone out there that worships Satan, please
learn how to spell it.
Spell it right.
Come on.
He spelt it Satin.
I can't.
Satin. How is anyone supposed to take you seriously? And I think that maybe that could have been one of the motivations as to why he killed his friend, because people probably like, yeah, you don't worship Satan. Like, you can spell it right. Like, could you imagine being the person tapping him on the shoulder and being like, you
Ricky,
spelled
hello.
Satan wrong.
They don't even know who we're talking about.
I know, yeah. So yeah. So fill everybody in on what we're talking about.
All right. So hi, I'm Dana. I'm the true crime guru.
Yes.
So yeah, we're talking about the Ricky Casso case. It's like the satanic panic that was caused on Long Island, New York, in 1984. I didn't prepare at all for this, guys, so I have all my notes. It's just mishmashed, and since I'm pretty confident the three viewers...
I know a little bit. The
you?
family, this guy, Ricky Casso, came from, a pretty well-to-do family from Cold Spring Harbor, actually. The father was, the football coach for Cold Spring Harbor. And his son rebelled and was like, I don't want to be a football player. I'd rather be a Satan worshiper. And everything just went downhill from there.
And to be fair for Ricky Casso, like, that was like the thing back then in the 80s, I guess, in Northport. From what I read, they a lot of the kids did the, satanic worshiping thing, but it wasn't for real. Unlike Ricky and his friend Johnny and
it was
Gary.
The music that, there was a lot of influence. Like, think about like the jazz babies that went like mentally crazy from listening to jazz music. Like, that's all they wanted to do. They
people
killed people also. So there's been a history of subliminal messages within music and also within movies. Like The Exorcist, when it first came out, was 10 times more scarier than what it was actually supposed to be, because there was all these like
the
subliminal
implications
messages.
Of it.
Yeah, within, like, they would flash like scenes, like quick flashes of, like, if anyone ever saw Fight Club, where you see like that flash of like a porno shot in there, and the kids are like, what did we just see? That's what they did with The Exorcist to
Kristen's
make it
paying
like
attention.
more funny. Oh, I was totally paying attention. I was like, whoa, okay, let's back that up.
But yeah, so aside from subliminal messages, they also think he might have been influenced by drugs. So psychedelics, he was heavy into psychedelics. What's funny is he thought he was taking mescaline because he was stupid and didn't even know how to spell Satan. But he was taking a mixture of LSD and PCP called microdots. So
yeah, and that's what did it. But
and that's what Gary stole 10 bags of microdots / angel dust. I got them both in the reading. So yeah, that's why. Gary robbed them. Ricky found out. Ricky, I don't know why he went. Why would you go to the woods with somebody you stole something from? Well, he was like, it's all good, Gary. Gary, it's fine. Let's just go party in the woods.
Just go hang. Well, he probably, okay, so on a spiritual, like when I read that part, like on a spiritual side, that would be something of like following your intuition, listening to your gut. Like, when something is wrong. Like we've all had warnings to not do something. And I'm sure that it wasn't any different for our poorly departed friend,
poor Gary,
who just went into the woods and followed his friends blindly and ended up dying. But what I feel was, and the question that I want to know, was this kid possibly possessed by something?
Just the blatant disregard for what they did to the body after. So, what he did after was he just left the body where it lay and brought high school kids over to go see it. About, 27 or something kids went to go see Gary's corpse just laying there, stabbed 32 times. He popped an eyeball of his. It's in all the songs about it. So, he did. I know. Oh, sorry. What the fuck was I talking about?
You were talking about the eyeball, but...
Oh, yeah, the eyeball. Yeah. So I feel like with just the blatant disrespect, even if he wasn't possessed by the actual demon thing, he was possessed by the thoughts of it. And
I feel like that's
really
what,
brought an energy about it.
Right. I feel like, because when you're in, like, a low vibrational energy, just in general... that's when you are able to be influenced by things, and drugs definitely brings you down.
Psychedelics especially.
Exactly, bring you down very far to, the brink of madness. But, to think that this person could possibly have been possessed by some demon from hell that caused him to do that, it makes me wonder, because there was such a strong influence amongst everybody in the town.
Right.
It wasn't just one person. So how is this all happening? How is it? I really feel, what else don't we know about things that could have taken place? Right. Are there secret covens in Northport? Are there devil worshippers here on Long Island?
Are there crazy Joann's Fabric satin worshippers? I think there are satin worshippers in Northport.
Well, that's it's definitely possible. When we were there looking at the houses.
Satin worshippers?
Satin worshippers, yeah. Of course, there's definitely satin worshippers in Northport because people are ridiculously rich. But
yes.
Even that. How did they get that? Right? How did they get that money? Sometimes you kind of wonder, how does all of this stuff take place?
Right.
Is there a satanic influence over that part?
I want to know why the elementary school had satanic books in their library. I have questions. Northport Library.
Right. Why would you have those books where people could read that, it kind of opens up a pathway. It opens up a doorway.
Yeah. In elementary school, I was seven.
That.
7 years old. 7.
Yeah.
So if you're influenced by that, and then he had an abusive household. When he quit that football team, his father basically like disowned him.
Right.
But yeah, for me, like, what is interesting about the case is, so it started this satanic kind of like satanic panic, but people were really freaked out that this would happen near them, like it would happen to their kids all around the world. So, I mean, he's influenced a lot of media. I have that written down in case y'all want to listen to a little song about Ricky Kasso.
Oh, no, I don't think you can play that. Cause
I'm not going to play it.
Issues.
I'm not going to play it. I was just going to name
copyright
titles.
Issues. Sucks.
I mean, yeah, there's a couple documentaries. He was, there's one called The Acid King. That's the book I read about this, too. That's a nickname he gave himself, if that tells you the type of guy Ricky Kasso is.
Yeah, he's a jerk.
You know, he's, My Sweet Satan is a good one.
It's great for parties. And it's great for weddings.
Some songs he's been in, it's like Sudden Impact by This Is Big Audio Dynamite, and Satan is Boring by Bad Moon Rising and Sonic Youth are 2.
Well, I kind of feel like he, okay, first of all, Ricky Kasso ended his life when he was arrested.
Yes.
He did not face
justice. He lasted
justice.
2 days in that whole
Right.
trial.
He did not face justice. He committed suicide.
His co-defendant was acquitted.
Right, and it's kind of like, well, isn't that coincidental?
Well, he was loaded off his mind, and I feel like, imagine I'm doing shrooms in the forest, right? I'm sitting there, I can't even get up because I'm polio and shit, so I'm stuck tripping in the forest.
That's not an excuse.
I'm just saying.
You're gonna come down from that high after a couple days. Like, why would? That's why I'm telling you.
He should have probably told about.
Exactly. There has to be some sort of satanic or darker energy influence over to be able to just get away with murder like that.
Right.
And he did kind of gain that, fame status that he wanted and where he was worshipped and revered because he still lives on in songs.
That is true.
People know who he is. I mean, we went to go investigate it, like it's still being called upon.
I'm not sure if that was his MO.
That's exactly what people like that do. People like that definitely, seek to, like that movie Jennifer's Body is actually based off of a real crime that happened.
Right.
Where these kids in a band went to this town and they sacrificed who they thought was a virgin, which, she was not. And she ended up coming back like crazy and like killing all these people. But it's actually based off of a real murder that happened to a 15-year-old girl where they planned it. And they blatantly sat there and said, we did this so that we could play music better and that we could become famous. So it's like, well,
there was it was a kid too. He was like 12 years old. His name's Sandy something. But he watched this movie called The Warlock. And in the movie, he needed to sacrifice
a baby,
unbaptized baby, and boil the fat into a soup and drink it. And then he would be all powerful. And he actually did it. I don't know how he boiled the fat, but he did it. But
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
like, this is things
they make deals with the devil, so to speak.
And is all of that stuff real? Yes. There are people out there who do worship. There is another side. It's not just what we see in front of us. Are there darker forces out there? Are there evil spirits that you can call upon that can do things for you? Absolutely.
Yeah.
And I feel especially children. And teenagers and stuff like that at such an impressionable age when they're not fully developed yet, can be influenced by that and fall into that and listen to lyrics and think, I grew up in the 90s, so just aged myself, but I grew up in the 90s and Marilyn Manson was big and a lot of people, because of the way he dressed, because of the way he looked, because of a lot of the symbols, they thought that he was a devil worshiper. And he got blamed for so much stuff, and it's actually like, meanwhile, there was a bunch of other bands that just crept by with all their satanic music. And
well, I think he got blamed because the Columbine shooters specifically mentioned that they listened to him and some German deathcore.
Rammstein.
Yeah, them.
So Rammstein. First of all, Rammstein we all listened to Rammstein, but it was almost as if we didn't have a choice but to listen to it.
Yeah.
Because it was
on
the radio. Like, you couldn't shut it off. Like, we didn't have the same protection.
I mean, I don't
then.
listen to Marilyn Manson, but I know the beautiful people and bodies hitting the floor or whatever. Not bodies hitting the floor. The beautiful people.
The beautiful people.
Oh, his music scares me. It does. And I watch horror movies and I read this crap all day, but I listen to his music and I get a little scared.
Okay.
But he's not satanic.
No, not at all. He was actually a Catholic who went to Catholic school.
He's just very good at
he's
scaring
not.
me.
Right, he's definitely not.
His name's Brian, I think.
Brian, yeah. Brian, yeah. But if you read his book, The Long Hard Road Out of Hell, you would understand like a lot of like where his lyrics come from. Is he a sick person? Probably. But devil worshiper? No.
How did everybody, call in next time if you guys have heard this, the rumor that he removed
it's false.
A rib. I know it's false, but how did everybody I know.
Because somebody wrote an affidavit to the cops and complained about it. Yes, it's in the book. I should have brought it.
I was like amazed that it got
he
everywhere.
never did that.
Are
you serious?
No, I don't think he thought. I don't think he did it. I was amazed how the rumor that he did it got to like Orange County, California. Frankie knew about it upstate.
Yeah, it's spread all over the place.
I thought that everybody just made it up.
Right, that's how these things happen. That's how these influences happen.
Or social media, too.
But back to Northport, if anybody's from Northport and it was from that time and has anything to say about that, or maybe might have heard something that we may have missed, next time you can always just, hit us up on Messenger if you know us on Facebook, or get in touch with us somehow, because we'd like to talk to you.
And if you're in Northport on Main Street, let me tell you, there is a delicious little frozen custard joint. It is called Frozen Custard. And that guy doesn't know anything about the murders, because we asked him.
He's like, I don't know anything about that. Like some kind of a machine, and we were like, you do know.
But he may know something about some other murders. He looks the type that...
Yeah, he definitely looked the type. And he was taking like a really long time, and I was
he had
like,
to make
oh
the
my
custard.
God, is the door locked behind us?
So yeah, go in there, say Dan and Kristen, say hi.
Yeah. So we went to we didn't get a chance to go to the murder site, because when we looked up at where the murder site would be.
Woods.
I don't know how these kids got up there. I would not. I mean, it happened in the 80s. Obviously, houses have grown.
Houses have grown.
Things have happened. Houses have grown. Trees have moved there.
Yes,
so, I mean, obviously, you can't get to the actual site where the murder took place, nor would I. I mean, I definitely wanted to.
I wanted to so badly.
Yeah, I did. And we did use the spirit box, but there was so much going on. There was like a band playing. There was like a guy sitting there eating like his raspberry like Pop-Tarts he spent $15 on. So we really didn't have, a chance to go there. But
the gazebo part was cool.
Yeah, but Dana doesn't know this, but I'm actually going to drag her there.
To where?
At night. And we're going to sit there.
Where are we going?
With the spirit box. And we're going to see what we pick up. Because what people don't understand about areas that are haunted, they probably do understand. But you don't actually have to be standing on the exact spot as where they found the body. The entire place would be haunted. Mm-hmm. A ghost is not confined to one space. They can move around, they can travel, the energy transfers. Yes, if you don't protect yourself when you go into a haunted place, can you possibly be possessed by something or take something home with you? Absolutely. And I will show you how to protect yourself, Dana. Don't worry.
There's no Dana, only Zool.
And don't worry, I'm not going to make you wear like a giant condom for you to protect yourself.
Listen, I wish a ghost would. I fucking wish a ghost would.
Right. You know what? You want to handle me, ghost? No problem. I got something.
I ain't afraid of no ghosts.
Exactly. I'll just get my friend over here to cross you over. It's just not a big deal. Yeah, we're not afraid.
Trap you in that spirit box.
Yeah, we're also going to be, so we're just going to talk about the show now that we've, talked about Ricky Castro. That was our first investigation that we ever did.
We should.
Yeah.
I'm glad you liked our well-organized and outlined.
Oh, yeah.
I could have done this. I'm so mad at myself.
Well, I mean, we could have, but at the same time...
Does Ricky deserve it?
He doesn't deserve it. You killed your friend. You lowlife. I can't believe you did that.
And just to be clear, we don't mean disrespect to Gary's family.
Oh, definitely not.
Anybody.
We do not.
R.I.P. That was terrible.
That was awful. And I do feel that as if there's anything of why we're talking about it, of course, if there's anything why we're talking about it, he did deserve justice. Nobody got punished for that crime. Not even the people that walked back there like it was some field trip to see his dead body. No one told anybody anything. And to me, that is profoundly disturbing, and you should be ashamed of yourselves.
I don't know if you guys can see that. Y'all can zoom in.
Probably not.
I don't care. That's Ricky Castro being led away. I want to show you guys Gary just because I feel like we haven't talked about him like at all. Gary.
And it also should be noted that when he was told right before he was killed, when this wacko was like, "Say you love Satan," he was like, "I love my mother."
He said, "I love my mom."
I love my mother, which was really sad. That's just to me. That's just.
There's no good pictures of Gary, but Gary was a handsome young guy. He had 2 eyeballs when it started.
Woo!
No disrespect.
Just kidding. So going forward with the show is what we're going to be doing, because this is the first show, so we're going to be introducing you to what we're going to be doing. We are going to be going into people's houses.
How are you seeing the stream?
I just went on Strong Island TV through Facebook.
I didn't know.
I can't see. Go on your thing and see.
Okay. Sorry, guys.
I shared it to my Facebook page, actually, so you could see it. But yeah, so we have a couple people lined up to go to their house to do some investigations. People have experienced some paranormal activity in their houses. People have experienced paranormal activity anywhere. So we're gonna go and investigate it. I'm more of like an organic type of, because I'm a medium, so I really don't need fancy like lights or like weird crazy stuff. Like, not only that, but like I said, I'm a comedian, so that's kind of like out of our budget.
I feel like I can tell when a place goes from hot to cold real quick.
Like I'm totally fine. Like, I don't need like a special light or anything, because I feel like I don't know if that stuff. I mean, I know the ghost hunters use that. I know that they've gotten some pretty sophisticated pieces of equipment out there. But to me, those are people who just really need like solid proof. Like, they need proof. Like, they need that voice. They need that. You know what I mean? They need to catch that image. They need that voice. They need something to say, "Oh, we found something." But I've never seen a show that does paranormal investigations actually find something. They may get like a blur of something.
Did we see this? That Anita commented. Anita Anderson. Hi, thanks for watching.
Yeah.
And you were 13 when you saw the Oh, so you saw Acid King.
Was that a movie? Hi, Daisy.
Yeah, it came out in 2019.
Oh, so she was 13 when it came out. Okay.
Anita, I think we're mixing up movies, silly girl.
I don't know.
Maybe I'm wrong. I'm probably wrong.
I don't know. I didn't think that there was a movie made.
Anita,
but I would not be surprised if there was.
I listed them when we were.
Because people tend to like make a movie about everything. Like, nobody wants to make a movie about the victim. That's boring. So we're gonna make a movie about this crazy.
There's 2 people watching, and we.
There's more than 2 people watching. Trust me. They just don't click on it.
Yeah, you don't need to click.
Yeah, don't click on it.
We don't want your clicks.
Yeah, don't click on it. We don't want your views.
Wait,
okay.
no, but click.
So anyway, yeah, we're going to be going into people's houses. We're going to be investigating their stories, and then eventually we're going to, people can call in and tell us their stories. And if we feel that, what you're saying is legitimate, and we feel as if there's something to investigate there, I'm going to drag Dana into the house. The only equipment we're going to use is myself,
my
the
wheelchair.
spirit box, and maybe a Ouija board.
Yeah, I have a glow-in-the-dark Ouija board.
Yeah, and I have a new modern Ouija board. I also have pendulums. I have all different kinds of things to contact spirit if people want valid proof.
I feel like if for the season finale we could call upon my dead muscles for my legs, my dead legs.
We totally can.
I would love to find out why they quit on me. Why do they have to? That's fucked up.
You know what? Maybe we should have a seance. Maybe I should lay you out on the table right now.
Do
and
it.
We can have a seance.
I just want to know what happened.
Muscles.
In case you guys don't know, I'm handicapped, and that's why it's funny.
You're not handicapped.
I'm handy-capable.
Handy-capable.
I hate that shit. We don't like that, you people.
Handy-capable?
We're disabled. We know what we are.
I never say that. Like, my mother would kill me if I said something like that. She would never. My mother raised us to never look at anyone as being different at all.
But we are, and it's like... It's for disabled people, like, I guess we're talking about this now, but for disabled people, like, that kind of thought process is just, like, it's a little dangerous just because people, like, if I fall, they're like, oh, no, she's a strong, independent woman, and I'm not, like, I'm really not that. I need somebody to lift my ass up. It's a whole big production. So, yeah, but handicapped people are different, and we demand elevators. Everywhere.
Yeah. Well, I'll be your elevator, because if there's some place that we can't go, I'm gonna have to strap you to. I'm gonna have to strap you to my back and like carry you like through the mountains.
Like Edward carried Bella.
Oh my God.
Yes, I will be your spider monkey.
I don't sparkle though.
No.
Wasn't that the stupidest? That was the stupidest scene ever.
I mean, they did it according to the book. It's Stephanie Meyer's fault.
I would be a little scared if some person like
I don't
ran
think
up a
they
tree.
really did that. Like,
Yeah,
I don't think Robert Pattinson really had that ability.
All right, so we're gonna go to our break, and we're going to go to our sponsor. So stay tuned. Is that what you're supposed to say?
I don't know.
Would you like to grow your business and improve your online presence? Eric the Web Guy has over 16 years experience and is your Long Island partner in developing high-quality websites that assist in marketing your business. Call or text Eric today at 631-456-2857 or visit his website at www.ericthewebguy.com for a free consultation. Tell him Kristen from Comedians Hunting Ghosts sent you.
We're back! Hopefully
right.
you don't get sucked into the TV. Is that possible?
I've seen Poltergeist.
I mean, I'm pretty sure that the TV cannot fit me, but you could definitely get in there.
I could probably squeeze through,
Yeah.
Butter
And that's
me up
what's
a
scary about poker dice. Like, people don't realize that now. Like, back in the day, it wasn't that scary. Because you couldn't fit through your TV, but now with like a 58-inch TV, your ass is going through there. If there's a poker dice that wants to suck you in, man.
Yo, I'm fucked.
You're going in.
I'm screwed.
Oh my God.
I knew there would be a downfall to that TV. I did.
So
anyway, I don't know about you guys, but I would love to find out more about what being a medium is, because I myself am a large.
and I'm an extra large.
Yeah, so
a little more.
So I'm not sure really what is it. Walk me through a day in the life regarding the mediumship.
Oh, a day in the life, Jesus. Okay, so when I sleep, I actually don't sleep. I mean, I sleep, but I don't sleep, because if you probably don't remember, but back in the day we used to have these alarm clocks.
I remember alarm clocks.
Alarm clocks, radio alarm clocks.
Yeah.
Right. So.
How old do you think I am?
I don't know, how old are you?
32.
Oh, you're 32. I'm like, oh my God, I'm so much older than you. Yeah. So when I sleep, I hear constant like chatter.
Oh, like the radio.
Yeah. All the time. Oh. I mean, I still sleep, but I never really feel like rested. And then, sometimes I have crazy dreams I don't remember. And then when I wake up in the morning, it kind of like goes away.
Oh.
Like, I don't have to be a medium all the time. Like, I could just go through my day like a regular person. But when there's messages that come through with a specific person, I mean, most of the time I can get through my day, keep my sunglasses on, keep my head down, and just stay away from people.
Right.
But that's changing now.
Yeah.
I kind of have to like talk to people. I kind of have to like put the messages out there. Yeah, I mean, I kept it hidden for a very long time, and now it's like, well.
What made you decide to share your gift and stuff?
If you don't, it becomes a little bit unbearable.
Yeah, I've seen this. Like the Sixth. Is it anything like the Sixth Sense? Meaning like. The kid, they kept on harassing him until he told something. Yeah.
No. All right. Well, for some mediums, everybody's gift is different. Mm-hmm. It's not the same. We get the messages from the same sources. Well, some of us. But it is like the Sixth Sense.
Right. Okay.
The Sixth Sense was more like, I wouldn't say that he was a medium. I would say that, I think he was.
Right.
But he was also able to see them.
Right, I was going to ask you that, if you can see them.
No. Sometimes, like, I'll see them out of the corner of my eye, but I definitely do not walk around like he saw them like that.
Right.
That type of specific person, first of all, the responsibility of handling ghost unfinished business is false. That is not up to anybody here on planet Earth to take care of somebody's unfinished business. Right. If you do not finish your business while you're here, and
you're responsible for your own business. You're responsible
for your own business, and you will have to deal with that in another life. So it carries on to you. It's never. The practical things like your bank accounts, your car, your
things
like your clothes, your sex toys, whatever you leave behind. That definitely does get taken care of by other people. But as far as like him solving like that little girl's murder and like, the little girl showing him, that is very real.
Oh, okay.
Are there people out there that have solved cases? for the police, where they say that they've solved the cases, absolutely.
Right.
One of them was actually on Psychic Kids. He works for the FBI.
Really?
Yeah, and I would not be surprised if he found the recently deceased, what's her name?
Gabby.
Gabby.
They found her.
Gabby Petito. They did find her, yes.
She died from strangulation.
Awful. I have my own feeling about that. I do not believe that her boyfriend did that. Unpopular opinion. But I think that if you leave somebody behind in a park, there's been a lot of murders that have taken place in a park, especially considering the fact that she was left alone in a hotel room by herself. And they were posting their videos with their locations on YouTube, I believe, right?
I think he did it.
I don't think so.
Sure
Okay.
What are the odds that girl pissed off 2 men enough?
It doesn't mean
She
that
was
you
a
have
nice
to. It doesn't mean that you have to piss anybody off. It could have just been that, she was so
Tripped, fell, and got
desperate
strangled.
to right. But I mean, desperate to talk to somebody. But why wouldn't you? I mean, the first person that I would call if I just got into a huge fight with my boyfriend, when the police got, I would call my mother, or I would call my sister and be like, "Listen, this is where I am." But it's just something weird.
What do you think happened? You think that he left her in the park and drove home?
Yeah, I do.
I
think. Well, they were separated.
Either way, then it's his responsibility if he left her alone in a park. I feel. All I know is Brian Louder. You should come out. Come out. We got questions.
I don't think he's alive anymore, unfortunately.
Well, why aren't we doing that?
Because I would probably get a lot of crap for that if I did that. But I do not believe that he's alive anymore. Just to say.
We'd love to hear your thoughts on it.
Yeah, I mean, I don't.
Feel free to comment on the stream.
Yeah, I don't believe that that he is alive.
No.
Well,
what are we doing?
Here we go.
I think I did a thing.
People like to see something, don't they? Here we go, Dana. Dana's gonna make me do it.
What am I?
I told you he's dead.
Oh God.
What did I tell you?
You said he's.
First card, 10 of Swords.
I don't know what that means.
That's the death card.
Maybe Gabby. Maybe it's Gabby.
Well, okay, so I won't do it. You're going to do it.
Okay.
Not my cards.
I've never done this before.
You can't touch my cards, but
okay.
You can ask questions because it's coming from you. It's not coming from me this way. I don't get in trouble.
Okay, so I want to know, is Brian Loudon? What's
Loudry.
Brian Loudry still on Earth in human form? Alive. I want to know if he's alive.
I don't know, Spirit. What do you think?
Money's on yes. All right, come on, baby.
Woo! Yes! Spit him up!
Woo! Hey, guys.
Okay. It's the Queen of Pentacles. Reverse. And the Devil. The Wheel of Fortune. He's no longer with us.
Can we hold those up for the camera?
Sure. Queen of Pentacles in reverse. Pie guys, can't see
They'll
them.
zoom in. They all
we
got
have the Devil,
phones.
and we have the Wheel of Fortune. The Wheel of Fortune is about, it's about good luck, but it's also about karma. So, yeah, he is...
Maybe he killed himself.
Well,
he's guilty because he did it.
The Queen of Pentacles is usually, the Queen of Pentacles, a male or female, could be somebody who's very greedy, somebody who's very jealous and envious, and then we have the Devil is a toxicity, it's attachments, it's greed, it's sexual lust, it's all kinds of things. Wheel of Fortune is the karmic, it's a karmic wheel.
It's also a very good game.
Right. So I would say that he's facing his karma right now. Is this? I should have brought my ghost tarot.
Yeah, why wouldn't you? It's hunting ghosts. Oh, we got a king on top of the queen.
There's two queens and a king of swords.
Oh,
Absolutely.
yeah. I don't know what it means, but it looks like it's fascinating.
To me, it looks like they were fighting over. Okay, I'm just gonna read the situation. I don't give a F what the hell anyone thinks.
Sure we want to do? Okay.
Absolutely. I think that they were fighting over creative control.
Right.
I think that that's what they were fighting about. I think that they got into, if anything, I think that they got into a fight over
their YouTube
where
channel?
they were going to go. Yes, where they were going to go, what they were going to do next.
Okay. Maybe. I mean, they had a whole itinerary written out. I think that he had one too many arguments. She admitted she was mentally ill. I mean, I'm not reading the cards, to be clear.
The Queen of Swords is a very cold and detached and type of, person that can have mental problems.
Is that my mom?
Yeah, this person, I'm reading on her energy. Her energy, they're both deceased. I'm sorry. If they found this person to be alive, I would be shocked.
You hear that, Brian? I need you to prove me right. Come on out.
I don't believe that he is. I mean, and if he is still alive, he's at the point where he is completely and totally hit rock bottom.
Maybe he's spiritually dead.
Well,
but physically alive.
Hierophant, exactly. The Hierophant in reverse is a card that talks about somebody who has a problem conforming. Like they don't want to confess. This is a person that doesn't want to confess.
Maybe it is Ricky now. Coming back. Let's tie it back.
Maybe it is Ricky.
Yeah, I mean, we've been talking about him, right? Ricky and Gary.
Well, there's the goddamn devil.
Satin's here.
Satin, are you with us? Let's try not to conjure the devil.
Everybody, when you're watching
Fool.
Fool. Gary was a fool for going in them woods.
And there's the King of Pentacles right there, I'm telling you. And if he's still alive, he is in an extreme state of anxiety, which is pretty obvious. And all of the secrets are coming out. No, I'm not reading you. You asked the questions. Everything is going to come to light very soon, though. That's at the end of this.
Okay.
This is obviously somebody who's in a lot of mental stress. So I would think that if this person, which is pretty obvious, but I don't think that anyone could hold out this long, wherever he is.
I'm just making sure they didn't find him yet.
They didn't find his ass. I'm just thinking that, maybe, obviously, but usually people who...
Maybe a bear did it. A bear just strangled her. What do you guys think? No.
I mean, why did it take them so long to say that that's how she died, though? Because Didn't they find her in a tree?
I don't know. She probably got strangled and thrown off of the Grand Tetons.
Anyone could have done that. Maybe she went back there. You know what I mean? I mean, there's a lot of different possibilities, but if you're innocent, then I would think that you would come forward and you would say, but I also think that nobody would believe that.
I mean, if he was innocent, I think that there would be evidence that showed he was innocent. I think personally, unfortunately, I'm not the American justice system, so I don't wait to be innocent until proven guilty or whatever. I think if you have, I think if you have to wonder if the guy did it or not, then he probably did it. I feel like there's reasons you're being questioned, sir.
I think he's coming back. I mean, if he's still alive,
you just said he was dead.
I think he is.
But he's coming back as who?
Well, coming back. If he's home, now that this secret is out.
If he's alive?
Whatever secret. I mean, I'm just assuming because he's reached an end of the road. So either he's about to get caught or they're about to find his body. Because when you look at this card, the Ten of Swords, what do you see there? That is a dead body with 10 swords in its back.
Yes.
That's the end.
That makes sense.
Yes.
All right. I can vouch that we're 10. I know you guys can't see it. Well.
Interesting. But yeah.
So,
do you have any more questions for it?
For the tarot?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah? It doesn't have to be about the case.
It could be about anything you want.
Let's try to...
That's karma, exactly. That is karma.
I would love to know if the spirit thinks that Northport is haunted. Completely.
Okay.
I would want to circle it back to Ricky.
Yeah, I knew that this is the world, this is the end, this is a completion, this is about to come to an end. Whatever this is, he is no longer, Knight of Swords in reverse, he is no longer able to run.
We're still doing Brian.
Shit out of luck.
Yep.
All right, so you want to know if Northport is haunted.
We're gonna bring it back, circle it back. We're gonna see. I'm gonna ask about if Northport really is like an opening for Satan.
The portal of hell.
Basically.
Spirit says no, because there's too much water there. I'm just telling you.
Spirit's like the little girl from Signs, or the aliens from Signs. Bad with water.
Oh, okay.
Poor Gabby.
Oh, shit.
Also, no disrespect to Gabby's family, too. Just no disrespect to any of the families we bring up.
No disrespect to anybody. This is not a disrespectful thing. I mean, their business has been blasted all over.
Yeah,
whatever.
I didn't put
We're not
it up there.
disrespecting anyone. Well, as far as your question goes, we have the Tower, we have the Nine of Wands, and we have the Six of Swords. So I do believe that at some point, whatever secrets were being hidden, whatever ceremonial things were being done, whatever rituals were being done, Source did step in to stop that.
Okay.
And the ones that were practicing that were put in a state of mental exhaustion, having to keep it a secret, having to keep it to themselves, and then eventually had to move on. So whatever may have been in that town, whatever people may have been practicing that, eventually did have to move elsewhere. But where did they move? Death. They've been reborn.
Into the next generation.
Either they were killed, right? Either they died off, or they transformed. Maybe they changed religions. Maybe they did something like that. And then there's happiness, the sun, it's enlightenment. Yeah. Maybe they were found out. I think they were found out and discovered. I think people knew
that the devil lived in Northport, Long Island.
Yeah. I think that people knew. I still think that there's definitely still something going on.
We know that they're good at keeping secrets up there.
Exactly. Hey, Mandy. Hey, Jessica. Thank you, girls, for watching. Hello, Allison.
Hello, ladies.
Yeah. Hey, ladies. We got a hot date for you. He's dead, but we got a hot date for you.
Yeah.
Yeah, here's the Wheel of Fortune out here again. All right, cool. You used to live there, Mandy? Have you seen any devil worshippers out there? In Northport?
Mandy, what do you know about Ricky?
I don't think Mandy would know about
Mandy
that.
doesn't. Maybe Mandy knows true crime. I know Mandy's my age, but maybe she knows true crime.
Mandy doesn't watch true crime.
You?
I know Mandy Jones.
How
I
far?
don't think she watches true crime. Mandy, do you watch true crime?
Mandy. Well, if she lived there, she might know about it. That's why. Northport, hell, not particularly. All right, fine, whatever.
They are everywhere, Jessica. Absolutely, they are, and they're hiding. And guess what? Now is the time for people like that to be caught.
We're gonna catch them.
Well, let's not mess with them, because I don't want them to, See, Mandy doesn't watch any. Yes, there are portals everywhere. And actually, when you talk about portals, me and fellow comedian Teresa Farrell went up to Little Falls.
Little Falls.
And that's like halfway, not to be confused with
Medium Falls, which is where we would think you would go.
Right, exactly. And the Herkimer Diamond Mines are up there, and I am convinced.
I've been there.
You've been there?
I got Herkimer Diamonds.
Oh my God, that's not a coincidence.
Everybody from a lot of people I know have been to Herkimer for. You get to keep all the shiny rocks.
Oh, I was in flip flops. I was not able to dig for anything, but I definitely went into the gift shop and indulged in many stones. So now my apartment looks like a cave. But yeah.
Just brought Herkimer Diamonds home.
I really felt like I did a lot of readings up there, and I felt a shift in my energy. It was scary.
Yeah.
I mean, Teresa was on her phone, and she was saying, she's like, oh, my friend, his mother is dying, and I can't believe that she's still alive. And I was like, well, it's not her time yet.
Right.
And then I was like, does she have red hair? And she was in the other bed, and she just looked at me, and Teresa, she's like, yeah. Scary. And that had never happened like that one.
Huh.
So you're watching from California. Yeah, California is actually a big portal. I'd like to get to California. I recently found out that Hawaii is actually another portal.
Oh.
And I would love to go there someday and check it out, because apparently Hawaii is a very haunted place.
Now,
a lot of people think that, right now the energy's changing. 10 of Cups, we're happy right now. Cool.
My Wellbutrin kicked in.
Yeah, the spirits have come. I'm always happiest.
I have another question, Miss Medium. So what are some things that people think mediums can do that they can't? Let's prove some.
Girl, let's get into it. Okay. Depending on the medium, everybody has, like I said, everybody has their own gifts. Everybody has their own thing that they're capable of doing. Everybody has their own way of interpreting languages. Spirit can only show you what's in your head. Most people that I've read for, I can identify with them in some way.
Right.
We've done similar things. we've made similar choices in life, just because that's in my head.
Right.
If I expanded my mind a little bit more and started learning different languages and started traveling the world and just started really just going everywhere,
Right.
you're going to be more powerful. That's why you see certain mediums who get up on stage and they read for an entire audience full of people. They're so used to being around that type of like different energies and very powerful that they can basically read anybody. Like they could read probably about 100 people if they wanted to, or just a very large, to gather that type of energy, which number one is very exhausting, and number two, I'm not ready for that yet. But
how many mediums, if you had to guess, like of that, how many are genuine? Are there any fakes? That like
you
scammers?
Can't fake this. This isn't something. Tarot cards.
Is this like
Okay.
the Long Island medium? You know who I'm talking about? That
She's
lady?
not a
is
fake.
I'm just asking if this is the same. Is it all the same?
I
don't mean like
it's
fake.
It's in the same approach.
Okay, so there's not like different types of medium. Is there? That's what I mean.
Well, there's clairaudience, clairvoyance, clairaudience. There's and then there's psychics.
Okay.
Psychics perceive things, mediums receive things.
Okay, I understand.
I receive messages.
That makes way more sense.
Right.
Okay.
Psychics perceive, like they'll say, I see you going to blah, blah, blah.
Right.
However, that is very subjective. Anyone can take a course on tarot and you can learn to read the cards, the interpretations. If you're not spiritually gifted, which I'm not saying against anybody, if you're not gifted where, you're actually able to, these just help me to channel energy. This just helps me to channel the messages so that I have something to concentrate on while I'm talking and while I'm reading for someone, okay? What was your question that you asked me?
I asked what are some of the...
Oh, yes. Okay, rule number one. When you sit down with a medium, a lot of people think that we can contact just anybody. I'm not Jesus Christ. I cannot will a soul to come to me if I want, although I've never been let down before. I've done it, and I think that that's just one of my gifts. I can contact people that have died recently.
So she is Jesus Christ, that's what we're hearing.
Thank you. I'm just kidding. It's not like a telephone call where I'm calling you on the phone, hey, Dana, what's going on? And we're talking back and forth. Spirit shows me things through pictures, and then I'll just get words that just pop out that I have no control over at all whatsoever.
Right. Okay.
And a lot of people think that mediums are magicians, or I should just automatically know things. Most of us are not psychics. I cannot read your mind. I'm not a mind reader. Get out of my pocketbook. Oh my God! Give me that! Are you serious?
So, yeah, there's a dog in the studio eating Christian.
She ripped a tissue out of... Get out of there!
Daisy's a little feisty here in the studio.
Get out of here! She's a nanny goat. She is.
Let me tell you, the spirits don't like what we're talking about, and
they don't, and they're trying to distract us.
Daisy.
I'll deal with you later. I'll give you a sausage later. Anyway, she's not horrible.
You're gonna give her the sausage?
Of course. Oh my God.
What the fuck is wrong with you? Yeah. I'll get her back. I'll give her the sausage.
I'll give you the sausage after the show.
Oh, you sound like somebody's bad uncle.
How about Niagara? Nicaragua. Lots of shit. Yeah. Oh my God.
Where are you seeing all the comments? Where's everyone? There you are.
Right here. Oh, okay.
I got them now. Good.
The best thing to do with a medium, and this comes straight from the mouth of Chip Coffey, who's a world-renowned medium.
I know him.
Yes, he actually read for me when I went to the paranormal convention in New Jersey with my friend Abby, and he picked my number.
We have a good question.
Well, my father has passed. I'm wondering if he'd come through. His anniversary is coming up. And I had an angel baby as well. This is a discussion.
That's the
yeah, we're talking about this. But Jessica, because we only have like 5 minutes left, so I wouldn't really be able to answer you. But Jessica, since you watched tonight, I will do you a solid. Are you friends with me on Facebook? If you are friends with me on Facebook, please send me a message and I will do a reading for you for free.
And if any of you guys aren't friends with one of us on Facebook, let me tell you, we are good people to have. I am a quality meme curator. I think you should add me.
Yes, I will put my name. Yeah, type my name, Kristen Tinsley, you can find me. I will read for you for free. I will get you. Yeah, that's another thing. People, when they sit down with a medium,
Something
they
went
think
wrong.
that it's just going to be their friend or their relative that comes through, that the one that they want to speak to.
Whoever wants to
come through will come through. And that's the most important thing, is what Chips, said to everybody. I need a name. I need to know how long they've died, how long ago they died, and I need to know your name. Because when my channel is open, when his channel is open, when any medium's channel is open, anything can come through. Being a medium is like standing in the middle of the ocean with your fingers out, and just all the fish are just going by, and whatever fish attaches itself to you is the one that has the message to give to someone. And it usually happens, well, recently, because the gifts change over time. I've channeled messages for people that I haven't even met yet.
Really?
Yep. And I'll get things and I'll write it down, and then I'll meet that person and I'll be like, oh, so you're the person who lost the parakeet. I'm still looking for the person who lost this poor green...
Frankie. Frankie's first pet was a parakeet. And
is it a green
Is
it a green parakeet?
I don't know.
This freaking and I was around Frankie, but this parakeet was going crazy, and I was like, where are you from? Who do you belong to? Why are you here?
I know we had a few. I know one was named Bluebell, and that was his favorite. That one was blue, but he did, I think, have a green one and a yellow one.
I keep looking for this. I mean, I've met a couple people that have had a parakeet and a cockatoo. It's very rare that,
I've had
animals always come through. Animals always come through for me. Dogs. I mean, I've read for people, and I've said, like, hey, you have a cat around you, or you have a dog, and to be able to describe the color of the dog, the name of the dog sometimes will come through. And people will be like, well, that dog died when I was like 5 or 6 years old. And I'm like, well, they're here. They've crossed over. They love you. They're with you, so they're going to come through. Your neighbor down the street that died that you never spoke to could come through just to say hi, or just to let you know that they're around you, And then sometimes, and people ask me, like, oh, have you ever, like, read for somebody that was murdered? I know that was one of the very famous Teresa Caputo episodes, where she was actually able to channel the person that killed the person, and I was just kind of like,
Well, I mean, I've told you, I know Robert Hansen. He's a medium that I actually know. He's a family friend, and I went to one of his sessions.
Yeah.
And he was able. There was a family sitting next to me, and I don't know if I should be talking about it. I'm going to tell you guys anyway. So it was like a whole family, an Indian family, nice people. And he said, I'm seeing somebody be poisoned.
Yeah.
And they were shocked, and then they said, our son died, and they've been trying to figure out.
Yeah.
And he said, oh, his girlfriend murdered him.
Yeah.
And it might have solved the case. I don't really know.
I've done that. People have thought that people have just passed away in their sleep, or people just, this stuff does happen.
Right.
Just because somebody's sitting in front of a medium and they expect them, and that's why a lot of people are afraid of mediums or psychics or anyone that can do this, because
it's scary.
We're afraid of what might be in your closet, but I'm not a mind reader. I don't know what you're thinking. I don't know what you did last night. I don't know any of that. I mean, the only way I'm going to know what you did last night is if you fart in my face. Then I might be able to tell you what you ate for dinner.
Yikes.
But other than that, but if you have questions for me, and I think we're going to do this. If you watch the show and I pick you and you have a question, I will do a reading for you for free. Whether it be tarot or it be medium, I will do that for you. It'll be a half-an-hour reading. Just hit me up on Messenger.
You guys get nothing from me.
Yes.
Nothing.
No.
You're back. You're getting this dog.
Get out of my... Yeah,
if you guys message me on Facebook, I will insult you in a funny, rare way.
Yeah.
You guys can say you got
totally
insulted
roast you.
Yeah, I'll roast the shit.
Speaking of roasts...
Oh, yeah.
This Friday at Governor's at 8 o'clock in the Little Room, Dana is going to be battling...
I'm glad someone's promoting the show. Yes. Yeah. I'm going to be battling James Anthony Raniolo, and it's not really going to be a battle. I'm just going to kick his ass and leave.
Yeah, it's going to be it. And then I will be at Governor's October 23rd for the very first psychic medium and comedy show. I have 3 brilliant comics opening up for me: Laura Lindy and Mo Meltz and Les Deegan opening up for me. And then after they perform, I will be doing readings for everybody, talking about, all kinds of spiritual stuff.
We'll laugh, we'll cry.
We'll laugh, we'll cry. But the goal is to laugh before you cry.
Yeah.
So, but no one's ever cried. People have definitely cried at a reading, and I definitely cry like a baby,
I've seen people
too.
cry at the comedy.
Yeah. So we will definitely be back.
Yes.
We are looking for sponsors for the show, so if you'd like to sponsor a small business, whatever it is, message us.
Yes.
It's pretty cheap. We only do mini sponsorships. Message us for more details, and we will be back when?
sometime again this month.
Yeah, sometime again this month. We're going to do our first investigation. We're going to show you guys that, and then we will be back. Yeah. But thank you guys for watching.
Maybe 2 weeks, by month. All right,
yeah, 2 weeks. But thank you.
Bye, guys. Thanks for tuning in.
I'm Kristen Tinsley.
I'm Dana McAllister. Great to see you guys. Thanks.
Thank you for watching Comedians Hunting Ghosts.
Bye.
Good night.
Now we pretend like we...